Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine. We're going to do a world prediction video again. This is we're touching base on the big beautiful bill where Trump wants to cut the food stamps and Medicare and the effect that it will have on the world and the rest of the people. Okay, y'all, don't forget to like, subscribe, thumbs up, please. If you want that personal reading, text me with the number down below and I'll get back at you. All right, don't forget everything here is alleged. All the information comes from Spirit and the cards, not from me. All right. Everything else is in the disclaimer box down below. All right, so again, we have Trump here. He always comes off as the sword energy. The sword energy is someone that's cutting, confining, restricting, wants to control with their words, their power of aggression. They promise great things. You see how he's wearing green? That represents they want to promise or they say, hey, I promise peace and calm, but then doesn't deliver. They cause much turbulence wherever they go. The waters here are turbulent, and the opponents here walk away because they just can't handle the stress of what this person causes. So he always comes in as the Five of Swords, okay? Now, he wants to cut food stamps. Let's talk about that. Food stamps and Medicare for people. So this is a lot of people getting news of it, getting the news that it's not going to come. You're not going to get it. You're not going to have it because this is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a messenger. He's reading his messages. This message comes in through mail, phone call, fax, and it's good news when it's in the upright. When it's in the reverse, it means bad news. It's not coming or it's delayed, stagnation. So a lot of people will be in this frame of not getting the news, or the news of it not coming is going to be bad for them, meaning they're going to get the news that, hey, I'm not getting the food stamps or I'm not getting my Medicare, which will put them in a bad position because they're already have low income. This is when you have to watch your money, you have to hang on to it tight, which is something they're already doing, and that's why they're applying for food stamps, because their money is low. But now it's in the reverse, so they have less money, no money, money's on hold, so that causes them to be more in poverty. This is when you become more in poverty. You get the Four of Coins and Pentacles in the reverse because of being in poverty. You're no longer able to hang on to your money. You're no longer to spend it the way you want to. Your money is just lost, okay? So that makes people more worrisome, crying, sad, depression. It throws people into depression where they're lying in their beds like this. Nine of Swords, meaning what am I going to do now? I really feel like I'm in prison. I'm locked up, mental imprisonment. Crying, what am I going to do? How am I going to feed my children? How am I going to go to the doctor? Feeling very, very controlled. A lot of control here, a lot of sadness, a lot of grief. So many people will be in this mode after they get the news that they're not going to get their food stamps or their Medicare, they can't feed their children and stuff like that. So it's going to cause like not a worldwide, but, you know, a state or United States-wide, you know, sadness, panic, worrisome, and stuff like that. So again, we have the Judgment. The Judgment is what they call the Great Aha card, or the Great Awakening card, meaning you don't know the calling of the situation. So again, the angel blasts his horn, waking the people up. So I feel like they're telling Trump, wake up, pay attention, listen. You're not seeing the true calling of the situation. You're not seeing what this decision you have made is causing the whole world, causing the people. You know, what is it that you're doing? Wake up, pay attention. So I feel like this is the warning that the universe is given to Trump, saying, allegedly, y'all, this is alleged, you know, pay attention, you know, you're not, what are you doing, you know, wake up, which in turn, when you have the loss of food and money, then I'm seeing much more riots appearing because of some of the decisions. Once that beautiful bill that goes through, that he calls the beautiful bill, that's going to cause, you know, a lot of people to be upset. So a lot of people start rioting in the streets again. These riots are never going to stop. They're going to keep going and going and going now that keeps making more decisions. Riots about the immigration, riots about food stamps, riots about the health care, Medicare, and so on and so forth. And so the riots continue. People rise ups, a lot of rise ups because of ICE, and they just keep going and going. This is the card of a scattered energy. Five of Wands, where the energy is all over the place. People are fighting everywhere, groups of people, amounts of people, because nobody's happy with the decision. They're all in their mind, deep thought. They all want peace and calm, and they all want the same thing, but no one's listening to each other. So, and that's how they feel. They feel like no one's listening to them, so it becomes an uprise, fighting. So because of the decision to cut food stamps and Medicare and stuff like that, the crime will be high. This is a sneaky person, someone stealing. So when people get desperate, they steal. They, steal their food. They go into stores and steal the food. And I'm not saying that everybody's going to do this, but when you're pushed and shoved into a position where you just can't feed your child, and then crime rises. People resort to stealing. Thievery and stuff like that because they have no choice. So I'm seeing crime rising. I'm seeing death rising and stuff like that because of the decision that he made. So allegedly, I see lots of people, having no choice but to steal a loaf of bread or, anything like that. So crime will be at its all-time high, especially if the food stamps get cut and Medicare gets cut and stuff like that. So crime will be at its all-time high because people are going to have to figure out a way to feed their children and, just to survive. Okay, so again, that puts people into poverty here. This is when you're low in money, you're sick due to low money and loss of job, loss of stuff. You become very, very ill, very sick. So a lot of people will become that way, and some might even lose their lives because they don't have nothing to eat. They don't have their Medicare anymore, so they can't go to the doctor. They can't get their medication. So that causes an ending in a lot of people. This is the Ten of Swords, where things come to an end. So I'm seeing a lot of ending for people, especially their lives, because they don't have the food that they need. They don't have the Medicare, the money to go buy their medicine that they can't afford. So it causes them to do without, which causes their demise, their loss, So it's causing this decision, allegedly, that Trump made of cutting food stamps and cutting Medicare is going to take a huge bad effect on people. It's something that probably shouldn't be tampered with. There's lots of people that are disabled that rely on food stamps, that are single, that rely on food stamps. Some people can't work because they're sick. They rely on food stamps and stuff like that. So, I don't feel like allegedly he looks at that. He doesn't look at, some people really do need it. He just looks at, we're wasting money and we're not going to just give out free food and then that's it. And he cuts everything off. We're not going to give out free health care, blah, blah, blah. So allegedly he cuts things off. So that is the worrisome of the situation that he's doing. It's just not a good situation, bad situation. But anyway, y'all, this was short. So don't forget to thumbs up if you want that person reading. Text me with the number down below and I'll get back at you. This was your world prediction for food stamps and Medicare and what's to come. Thanks for watching. This is Jasmine from Magic Tarot Cards.